I don't just talk about other people's stuff, I also make my own. Books in particular. To date, I have 4 books you can check out on Amazon. Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, Occult Mafia, Emerald of Maddox City, and the short story collection Assorted Absurdities, Tales of Kaiju Punk and Other Genres. Hop on down to the description for Amazon links to all 4 books. Enjoy whichever ones you read, and enjoy the video.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Omni viewer, and I'm once again here to do a very quick unscripted review of another kaiju figure release. This one, the Hiya Toys MonsterVerse Kong, as seen in Godzilla vs. Kong. So, this is how he looks just fresh out of the box, with his neutral face and his neutral hands. As you can see, he's a very well-made figure. Like, the detail is really, really impressive. Everything comes together quite nicely. There's really no flaws I can see, hardly at all. There's no loose parts. The joints all come together nicely. And the articulation, of course, articulation is astounding. Like, that's another one of the major selling points for this figure. How it's super articulated and also super detailed, but also way more affordable than what NECA or SH Monster Arts has been able to do and look as good. And, of course, if you put Godzilla next to him from Hiya Toys, we actually see that they are properly to scale. Let me crank it up a little because I see Godzilla's head's getting cut off a bit. You see that? A lot of the collectibles of this movie, or a lot of just the general figures, have not gotten the size right. They've always had Kong at practically the same size as Godzilla, but here Kong is actually a little bit shorter than Godzilla, just like in the movie, which I am all for that. Now, if you compare him to the NECA Kong, the original King Kong, actually, you can see he's shorter than that, but, you know, different company, different design. All right, so that's just the basic rundown. However, unlike Godzilla, this Kong comes with accessories, extra heads and extra hands, and of course the axe. So how do those function? That's what we'll find out next. Okay, so I just spent a few minutes switching out for this head and these 2 hands, and have discovered it's really difficult and really does a number on the fingers, so I'm not going to keep doing it throughout. It's just, I just want to keep this simple, and I don't want to have sore fingers for the rest of the day. Let's just say that if you look at the shape of the head, you can tell how it's supposed to fit. And of course, the hands are interesting in that they do not contain the socket. They don't contain the knob. They contain the socket. So that's part of what makes it a little tricky. So right now I've got it switched out for a fist on the left hand and the holding for the right hand. But there are also things like these knuckle walking hands. So yeah, and as far as other heads go, this is the roaring head, this is a snarling head, and he came with the neutral head. The thing I wanted to show you really was how the axe works. Because with things like the Playmates figures, you kind of have to wedge it between the fingers until the fingers kind of give. But obviously, this is too solid for that, so they devised a different way for the axe to work. The axe comes apart. And there are instructions with this, but I'm just showing you. So the bottom part slides up through the hand, like so. And then you just reattach this part, and voila, he has the axe in hand. And other than that, I would say, once again, this is a great figure. I actually think it's a little bit better than the Godzilla figure, because those of you who saw my review of the Godzilla figure may recall he has the neck portions really loose, which I guess is necessary, but it does kind of break the illusion. But with Kong here, Kong is solid all the way through. So I really have no complaints with this figure at all. Looks good, moves well, very film accurate. Yeah, if you are so inclined, I say pick him up, if you can afford it, of course. Definitely one of the better collectibles out there. And that's all I'll say at the moment. Now I just wait for the other ones to show up. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off.
Congratulations, you reached the end. If you enjoyed this video, you might want to consider supporting us on Patreon. Of course, the other way to support us is to go to Amazon and check out our books, Operation Red Dragon, The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, The Occult Mafia, Emerald of Maddox City, and Assorted Absurdities, Tales of Kaiju Punk and Other Genres. Also check the description for links to DeviantArt and other platforms we operate. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.